Hi, I'm Gary Sheely with 180 Consulting. Let me share with you some disturbing math. In the last 30 years, I have attended at least 1,600 meetings. Of those, I would estimate about a third were a waste of time. It really wasn't necessary for me to be there. That's the equivalent of about 75 days or 2.5 months of my life. Of those that were actually important, nearly all of them could have accomplished the business that they were called for in about half the time they actually took. That's another 2 weeks of my time that was wasted. Now, this investment of time does qualify me to offer some advice about making the most of your meetings. And here's the best of the best. Number one, never plan a meeting without a printed agenda. This puts your attendees on notice that the meeting is not just for discussion, but for decision. A meeting planned without an agenda guarantees that it will last longer than it needs to, and that the discussion will go places that you never intended for it to go. Number two, always start your meetings on time. Inform your latecomers what the topic of discussion is, but do not stop the meeting to fill them in on what's been said so far. Doing so only trains them to be late. In some cases, a quorum is needed to make decisions. It's important to keep in mind that quorums are for decisions. They're not for discussion. Even if no quorum is present, you can still have a discussion. And then you can make the tardy person ask for the information they lack for the decision. Make it their problem, not yours. Never call a meeting just to give information. This is number three. That's what memos and email are for. Unnecessary meetings are what account for much of the disdain that people often have for meetings. What, another meeting? Oh no! Don't discuss projects. Number four, don't discuss projects that are assigned to committees in the general meeting. Don't even allow it to come up. Not following this advice virtually guarantees that committees will never meet and will never do their work. I mean, why should they? It's just going to be decided and planned in the general meeting anyway. Number five, create a record of the discussion and the decisions of every meeting. And a copy should be sent to all the key attendees. This keeps you from covering issues that have already been covered. And number six, encourage participants to contribute their input, even if it's negative. Don't criticize or ridicule ideas, but don't allow participants to ramble or hijack the discussion to a different subject. Keep it on track. If you're leading the meeting, that means lead it in the direction it needs to go. Don't let it become a grievance forum. That's for another time. And number seven, always reiterate the meeting's decisions and planned actions at the end of the meeting. That way, if anyone had a lapse of attention or a misunderstanding, it can be cleared up then, instead of coming back later to bite you with accusations of distorting the results. I've seen every one of these mistakes made. But following these simple rules will go a long way toward avoiding the sighs and the rolling eyes when the memo about the meeting lands on their desk. Thanks and have a great day.